Listen to me, America. America, please believe me when I tell you this. This is not all men, but I would say it's about 80% of men. If we don't love your mother, we don't really love you, motherfucker.
Oh, come on now.
That sounds crazy to D.
Well, no. Oh,
To me too, here.
Let me tell you something.
Not love in that sense, but have some kind of love.
No. Listen to me. Darlene, you and all the rest of the people who not used to this shit. If we don't love your mother, our love for you is hard to we love you out of obligation.
If it was my,
Oh, that's how you feel. I think
to
about
me,
your
to
kids.
me that goes for like stepkids, but not my real.
Look at D, not D rubbing it on me.
Well,
But it is a case like that. Let me tell you,
There's a lot
if
of
we
cases
don't
like
love your mother, we don't love you like that.
Oh,
What we
that's
do,
terrible.
we try to be moral and humane to you little stray fucks that she kept.
That's so sad.
Is your mama gonna tell you about how many? Boy, you made it out that motherfucking Freddy Krueger boiler room of a womb of your mama. Your mama killed so many of your little brothers just fucking with me. She finally had you, and now I'm supposed to stop everything I'm doing in life for your little ass. Get the fuck out of here. Go over there with your mama, and when you grow up, let's try to build a friendship.
When I initially saw that video by Corey Holcomb, I thought his statements were vile, disgusting, and disrespectful, and that he over-exaggerated the number of fathers who wanted to keep their children and be involved in their lives. However, after being on TikTok for several months and seeing that black men complain about child support and complain about their significant other keeping the child, as well as reading countless of articles about the growing fatherless household epidemic, I've come to the conclusion that he was right and I was wrong. Sadly, there is a video going viral that further proves this. There is a man that goes by the name of House of Hypocrites. He released a video that stated, "I got 7 kids by 7 baby mamas." I'm going to let him tell his story in his own words, as well as stitch several videos of responding TikTokers, and then come back with my final thoughts.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Wait, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I honestly just learned what a vasectomy was 3 days ago when I started speaking on this shit. But when I figure out what that is, I'm not doing that shit. Then they asking, why not wear a condom? I have worn protection a lot of times. These are just the instance when I have not. And unfortunately, it has resulted into the woman being pregnant. But ask yourself and ask your friends as a woman, when is the last time that you told a man to put on a condom? Because I have never in my 27 years heard a woman request me to put a condom on. And me being an irresponsible man, knowing that that shit feel better raw, if I'm not gonna put a condom on, and if she not gonna ask me, it would not be no condom. And another thing, y'all keep saying, I don't think he's telling these women he's not going to be a father after he have sex and accidentally get them pregnant. Do that shit even matter? Do I have to tell a woman to be responsible for her body? Do I have to tell a woman to wait for a man to commit to her before she have unprotected sex with him? Or do I have to tell a woman wait till marriage before she gives a man access to her motherfucking body? It used to be a point in time where women actually value their innocence, actually value their virginity. But we do not live in that day-to-day, do we? Y'all want me to respect a woman's body more than she respected herself. So I, as a man, can prevent her from getting pregnant. Whatever a woman gonna allow me to do, I'm gonna do. Don't expect me to be irresponsible. Because if we both irresponsible, who's responsible for carrying the motherfucking child for 9 months? It sure ain't no goddamn man. It sure ain't me. I don't got no remorse. I don't feel bad. That woman knew what she was doing when she laid down and slept with me. She knew the consequences. She knew the risk. And don't be trying to be like, oh, it's women with low self-esteem. It's women that's ghetto or ratchet, or it's hood women. My 7 baby mamas. And I don't even know why I claim them. Just because it became a conversation. But some of them rich, some of them poor. Some of them classy, some of them ratchet. Some got regular ass jobs. Some got great jobs. So it's a woman on all levels that'll fuck with a nigga like me. And don't even try to speak on morals and respect, because we don't have the same definition of morals and respect. Stop trying to tell people they gotta hold me accountable or people like me accountable. The only person that can hold me accountable is my motherfucking self. Stop expecting men or women to come talk to me. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't gonna listen to shit you gotta say. And trust me, y'all think women gonna hear me talk and then stay away from me. They still gonna get this 8.5, trust me. So I do not feel motherfucking bad. I'm the most honest individual you'll fucking meet. I do not have to manipulate no woman for no pussy, trust me. I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children?
And sadly, now we have at least 7 people that are probably going to need therapy at some point in their lifetime. I don't know any men that think like this personally, but obviously he's a prime example of a man that has a very destructive mindset. There seems to be a psychological disconnect that allows him to have such a nonchalant attitude about creating miniatures of himself and leaving them to go through life without the love and the guidance of a father. And the fact that he made sure to note that he doesn't care about the mom, the kids, or what anybody else thinks about him and his decisions should let you know that no amount of talking or reasoning with him is going to be able to change his mindset at this point in time. So now I have to direct the conversation towards the women. Ladies, please treat your body like a fortress. Sleeping with whoever, whenever you want to is your choice. But if you don't slow down, pay more attention, and use more discernment, then you end up with people like this guy. Sometimes you gotta take your foot off the gas, step back, and actually do a deep dive into whoever you're about to lay down with. Because these types of mindsets are wrecking the culture and younger generations. And ultimately, the kids are the ones that are paying the price. Brother, what you're doing is completely irresponsible. And I think that you should take the time out to figure out why you think the way that you think and why you think the way that you think is okay. And once you get to the bottom of that, I hope that you could take a look at your actions and see how it's affecting others. Not just you, not just the woman, but the kids who didn't ask to be here.
That I do not want to be a father to these children.
Now, this is coming from a woman that has 2 children by 2 different men. and they both wanted their kids. But I think that it is wild for a woman to reveal to a man that she is expecting, and that man tell her that he does not want to be a father, yet she continues to go through the process of growing that child with the expectation that he is going to change his mind once the child arrives. It's demented. It's already risky having a baby by a man who wants them, let alone somebody who is blatantly open and honest about them not wanting to be there. Now, if you want to utilize child support, then that is your right. But he's still not obligated to be there for that child physically. And there's really nothing that you can do about it. But to scream to the top of your lungs how much of a deadbeat that man is, knowing that he told you that shit to begin with, speaks volumes on your decision making. And because both of you guys were being reckless, I don't feel bad about what happens to either one of you, but more so about how these kids are going to be affected. And if you can watch this entire video and see how he speaks about these women and his children, and you still go through this same type of situation, oh, baby, you on your own. It is what it is, because I don't have no empathy. You get what you get.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you're trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And
my man, black man today, are you familiar with who the Most High is? If not, let me take you to his words. Psalm 68 verses 5 and 6. It said that he is a father to the fatherless. So regardless if you ever decide to step up and be in these children's life, I promise you the Most High gonna step and send a stepdaddy that'll do way more than a biological father will ever do. Do you know how many times he done it? Go look at Joseph. Let me talk to you, my guy, because in this situation right here, it's not about that you were honest with these women about not wanting to have children and they still decided to go and have the children. At some point, in my opinion, we all have to look at ourselves in situations. How's a hypocrite? You use I'm being upfront and honest as a loophole to get out of responsibility. Let us on the internet first commend you for your honesty, but now let's talk about your heart and your selfishness. The woman and man who laid together and brought you into this world, they gotta be disgusted with this video. I wonder what your grandparents would say. For a man, a black man at that, who already know how hard it is for black men in this world, know for a fact he's got 7 young black boys in this world, and he's using the excuse of, I was honest with your mama, told her I didn't want to have you, therefore access denied. That's what? This is my personal opinion about you concerning this situation. Black men like you should never have a voice. We don't care about your opinion for the black community, black women, black youth, most certainly not black men, because we are the most endangered, hated species here on the planet, and you okay with having 7 of them out in this world and not care what go on with them, what happened to them, what they dealing with, all because I was honest with their mama. Any woman that you dealing with see this video and still mess with you, any of your homeboys see this video and still cool with you? Because brothers like you are the reason we'll never be unified. You take advantage of vulnerable people and then use excuses.
And I offer to pay for the abortion.
See, this is why I tell y'all, don't have a kid by a man who's telling you he don't want the kid. But whenever I say that, I'm fucked up, right? I'm a bad person, right? See what you got to deal with, bro. See the kind of man that you got to deal with. Why would you want a kid by a man who's telling you he don't want the kid? All y'all tell me is, Shaquille, stay out of women's business. It's her body, her choice, blah, 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 blah. And then he talking about people call him a deadbeat. You are a deadbeat. If you're not taking care of your kids, you a deadbeat, regardless if you tell her you want the kid or not.
The only thing I agree with him on is I don't see why you would keep a kid by a man who's telling you he don't want the kid. Oh, I could take care of my kid financially. Having a kid is more than just being able to take care of your kid financially. Is that really what you want to deal with? I promise there's somebody out there who wants a kid with you. I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
Y'all go watch his full video. And my video is not to attack. That's not the type of platform that I run here. But watching his video is just like really sad. Like it really made me sad. He said a lot. 7 kids and 7 baby mamas is a lot. And it seems like from the video that there might have been more kids. Some kids, you know, probably got aborted or did get aborted. He doesn't want any more kids. But my question is, if you don't want any more kids, what are you doing to prevent yourself from having more kids? Because saying, I told you I ain't want this baby, I told you I ain't want no kids, that does not prevent a child from coming into the world. Scientifically, any scientist, doctor, nurse practitioner, any human being who has a half of a brain will be able to tell you that you telling a woman that you don't want kids is not the surefire way to prevent kids. If you don't want no kids, what are you doing? Have you gotten a vasectomy? Are you wrapping it up? In your video, you very clearly state that you deposit the insides of your seeds into women's bodies. You know that that produces kids. So why do you keep doing it if you don't want any more kids? I just made a video about this saying that a lot of men, they don't view sex as a 3-component thing. They view it like, oh, this is just pleasure. This just feels good to me, when actually it's for bonding and for reproduction. So if you do not want to produce other humans into this world, then you are then obligated to be responsible for yourself. Go get snipped. Use protection. You telling a woman you don't want kids, that is not the way to go. You are going about it all wrong. And it is very clear, and he says this in the video, that he don't care about them kids. He don't care about the women. But I want to add an extra layer, and I put this in his comments. You don't care about yourself. You don't love yourself. Because if you loved yourself, there's no way that you will be going around just having unprotected adult activity with women, with anyone. Because you'll look up and you be done contracted something. Sounds like you've only gotten kids out of the equation. But if you loved yourself, you would have an operation of your life that is at a higher standard than what you're operating. So I would encourage you to kind of get some help, figure yourself out, learn how to love yourself. Of course you can't love the kids that came from you if you don't love yourself. It's impossible for a person to love any extension of themselves if they don't love themselves in the first place. Seeing this video made me sad. Like, it really just grieves my spirit, because he is not just one of one walking around here like that. There are so many men on this planet who think and behave the way he does. Ladies, we have to be proactive too. This is not just an attack to him. We do have to make better decisions.
I'm not the one that's gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because I'm pretty sure I lost quite a few brain cells watching this here video. And let's be clear, every adult involved here is dead ass wrong. Oh my goodness. Choosing to carry out a pregnancy by a male who has very clearly said that he wanted no parts in said pregnancy or raising that child, and then having said child and the person who made it clear they didn't want to be involved is delusional. Essentially procreating with a male who views reproduction as women's responsibility solely. Baby, turn it on. Turn it on. And at that same time, being a male with this kind of mentality, you dead ass wrong. How you that adamant about not wanting to have kids, but you don't have a nary vasectomy? You're not trying to raise nobody kids, but you also ain't trying to prevent having said kids either on your own accord. You look down and speak poorly on the women that had your babies, but these are women that you slept with in order for them to have your babies. And to believe that you're right for having this mindset is the worst part of it all.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
He goes on to say that he doesn't want anything to do with those 7 kids, and that other women that he's gotten pregnant other than these 7 have either gotten an abortion, taken a plan B, whatever the case may be. I'm not here to argue right or wrong, because there's enough irresponsibility in this whole situation to go around for everybody. My only question is, why not get a vasectomy at that point? The money that you are spending on plan Bs and abortions, you could have very easily just gotten a vasectomy and you ain't got to worry about it anymore after that. you could go ahead and bust wherever you want to bust and not have to worry about it resulting in a baby.
Do nothing for the bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body.
Ew. You know what the gag is? He really played himself. He is saying that I gave you the bare minimum. Why do you like me? Why are you with someone like me? I am not worth a damn. You go run back the video. He's basically calling his baby mom's bottom of the barrel, okay? My thing is this. You, as a man, that is the only type of woman that you have access to. Maybe you should ask yourself why that is. But they never ask themselves why that is. Instead of saying, oh, let me actually build myself up as a man so that I have access to women that I actually do respect. Instead, it's like they just blame the whole world. They blame women. They project the hatred that they have for themselves onto the women in their lives. The women that he would want don't want him. So what does he probably do also to the women that he wants, technically, that don't want him? Probably calls them bitches. Probably calls them some hoes. Probably calls them stuck up for having standards. He don't want to work for the girls with standards. That's why he's dealing with the women that he's dealing with, and he's frustrated. You can't tell me you love yourself and you are hitting it raw all across the globe. Raw? Do you know how much is out here? Diseases? This man talking about he out here giving out abortion money and Plan Bs, and you still managed to have 7 kids. This man don't love himself, child. And I just hate how prevalent this is in the black community, men like this. I freaking hate it. And other men do not hold men like this accountable. They be sitting here belly laughing with a guy like this talking about his problems. But whatever, let that be men's business. Ladies, listen. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't out here, okay? Can you imagine giving a guy like this a chance? He don't gotta do a damn thing. According to women, you would think that, oh, this is a blessing. But for guys, it's not like that, man. Guys don't see themselves as lucky. They see themselves as oh, if this came to me easily, I cannot trust it and it has no value. Whether you're low or a high maintenance woman, men are gonna drag us. So if that's the case, why struggle? Ladies, we just cannot give these guys any kind of discounts or benefit of the doubt. The only thing that they understand is hard work, and you are worth that. And the main point of setting your boundaries is so you can sift out nasty spirited men like this.
Not want to be a father to these children.
So if you haven't seen this man's video, you gotta take a look. He has 7 women that he got pregnant. He told all 7 of them, either take Plan B or I will pay for the abortion. And they all said no, and they had all these 7 kids. What he's stating is, hey, if I didn't agree to it, I don't need to pay. This is the first time I will agree with a man. Yes, the first time in history. I definitely think that he's correct. I think having a child is meant for 2 people to agree on. These women, as women, you need to protect yourself. These men are not gonna go buy condoms, girl. They're not gonna go protect themselves. They don't care. So it is our responsibility to make sure that, you tell them to use a condom, or you are on some sort of birth control so stuff like this don't happen. You guys need to stop having kids just to have kids on one-night stands, on hookups. Kids are meant for a relationship, a long-term relationship, a marriage, not just some random guy you want to get in bed and sleep with and have a child with. So yes, if he tells you, hey, I don't want the child with you, I offered A, B, and C, and you didn't want to, well, I'm not going to be there and I'm not going to take care of the child. Yes, these children are innocent, but these women too are not being responsible. You guys are just having kids either to trap a man these days. You don't need validation from a man, period. It's not going to keep a man, trust me. He's not going to stay with you. It's just not happening. So yes, I totally agree what he's saying. You women need to do better. You guys give us all bad names, please. Figure it out.
When he said women will still sleep with him, knowing he will not take care of his kids and would want an abortion, I sadly agreed with him because I know women out there who would do such a thing. With that said, any woman that sleeps with him knowing his stance on not wanting children and wanting them to get an abortion needs to seek therapy. You don't value yourself or your potential kids. Otherwise, you wouldn't put yourself through the heartache or your child through the heartache of having to deal with such a person. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you thought of this video. Thanks for watching.